So Grey's Anatomy has a plane crash episode. I've been on a plane where there's been an emergency. Let's see how it compares to Grey's Anatomy. Let's get started. Bee-woo.
Meredith, get up. You have to get up now. Meredith, get up. Oh, God.
Post-plane crash, that's gonna happen. Oh, that is a bad place for that object to be.
How long was I out?
I don't know. I lost my shoe.
Oh my God, don't pull it out just like that. I don't know where they are in this plane crash, but if you're in society and there's an object that enters your skin, don't rush to pull it out. Allow first responders to get there, because sometimes that object is putting pressure so much so on an artery that it actually stops blood loss. I know it's counterintuitive to leave an object inside of you, but if you're stopping bleeding, it's better than ripping it out and causing a ton more bleeding. Oh, she did it so abruptly. At least put massive pressure on that area right now.
Where is Derek?
She's looking for Boo. That's commitment to Boo.
He was sucked out the side when we hit the trees. And then the back of the plane came off. It came off.
Lexi was in the back of the plane.
They're like, we don't have enough drama in the hospital. Put him in midair.
Lexi.
How is she?
She's awake and responsive. How you doing in there?
I'm great.
Yeah, good girl. Gotta get you out of here, okay?
Okay.
Is she under the plane?
She's tachycardic and short of breath.
Well, Mr. Obvious. Her heart's racing and she's short of breath? Yes, she's bleeding out and she was just involved in a plane accident. You're all out of breath and you're all tachycardic.
We gotta get her out of there.
Pop it back in. Pop it back in.
Oh, what is he doing? With her shoulder? Shoulder dislocations are very, very painful. But then once they're reset, they feel better. And then if you need surgery in order to reduce it, it's called an open reduction internal fixation, meaning that usually you need hardware for a fracture and such. Oh my God, that was so dramatic. It did not need to be like that. Oh, there's my boy.
Derek!
Oh no. How did he survive? Knowing nothing about this plane crash, there is nothing around him to pad his fall. He just fell on his body from the sky and pieces of the plane fell on him and he's chilling. Should be played by Hugh Jackman at this point. That's a Wolverine reference for those who didn't know. Oh! Grey's Anatomy, where you go to the hospital to get your heart broken.
Again! 1, 2, 3!
Someone has not been doing his deep squat protocol.
Lexi, run it down for me.
My legs and my pelvis are crushed.
See, crush injuries are incredibly complicated, especially when you return circulation to an area. Sometimes you can have massive inflammation response, massive electrolyte imbalance. Certain bones can create a fatty embolism, which can get into the circulation and end up in your lungs.
My chest feels like it's gonna explode, so it's probably a massive hemothorax.
Hemothorax is massive bleeding inside the thoracic cavity. And that's problematic because if there's massive bleeding in the hemothorax, it can interfere with the heart's ability to pump because the heart needs to expand to fill and then pump and contract.
We gotta get the oxygen from the plane. Okay, and fluids. She needs water bottles. And the tubes, the oxygen tubes. We can get her fluids. Okay, go get them.
I just don't know what you're doing. Like maybe you're buying some time. Oral rehydration in a situation like this probably won't be fast enough. I always make fun of people going to IV drip spas, thinking that this is somehow gonna cure their hangover faster than just drinking water in terms of hydration. But in a situation like this where you're hypotensive and dying, big difference.
I can't find him. I looked everywhere. I can't find him.
Maybe he's fine. Maybe he went for help.
Maybe, but I gotta keep looking.
No, Meredith. Help Lexi.
You could just tell like he's not filling out those scrubs. Like if he was just a little bit more into the lifting lifestyle, he was following the Dr. Mike Israetel protocol, he would have thrown that wing like it was butter. Butter? I feel like he has like a little olecranon bursitis going on there, maybe from the trauma. The bursa is actually a sac that lubricates the joint, and if you have trauma there, it can get swollen. It can develop like a golf ball on the elbow.
I love you. I've always been in love with you. I will always be in love with you. Which is why you have to stay alive.
So selfish.
We're gonna get married.
I don't know the love backstory here, but if he never said that until now, and he's using that as a lie, and he's really just gaslighting her into this, don't gaslight someone to stay alive. See what happens when you love bomb somebody?
Keep it together anyway. Do you think Derek is dead? I've got PTSD, so you know I'm not reliable.
Meredith. I heard your voice.
He heard screaming.
I thought I was driving.
Oh, you're more worried about that than him falling out of the sky? Ooh. With eye wash solution too? I mean, anything to clean out the wound, I guess, is smart. That tourniquet is smart. Not just wrapping an article of clothing, but actually creating a lever on it is smart. You need that extra ratchet right there. They actually sell some supplies. You can keep it in your first aid kit, and I think that's quite valuable.
Loosen the tourniquet a little bit.
You'll bleed to death.
I need to save my hand.
Well, I'm trying to save your life.
Oh, safety pin, safety pin.
Bring that. We have to close the wound. Use the safety pin, and then put the bandana on top of it and tape it.
And what's the t-shirt for?
Put it in my mouth. I'm probably gonna scream a lot. Okay. I'm gonna pass out.
I don't know if has sensation to that arm anymore. It looks like it's mangled.
Sorry.
Just closing it lightly like that is not gonna do much. Remember, it's about putting pressure. He has a tourniquet on there, for God's sakes. You're already cutting off massive circulation to that area. Doing that, I don't even know what's the added thing. What are you gonna take off the tourniquet? It's gonna bleed like crazy.
Please pass out.
Sorry I'm laughing at this gruesome scene, but I just can't. It's so ridiculous. They're putting a safety pin in hopes the safety pin will stop the bleeding. Like, how ridiculous.
Mark, we need to start a fire. Mark,
Mark looks like he's stressed.
Mark, get up and help Mark. Get up.
He looks unwell. What if he's bleeding internally?
Mark.
He looks blue. He looks cyanotic. He's not getting enough oxygen.
Mark. Oh,
Oh, blood force trauma to the chest.
there.
Cardiac bleed. Tell me they're gonna do open heart surgery in the forest with a safety pin.
It's a cardiac tamponade.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure without your little ultrasound probe, you were able to do that.
You sure?
75%.
Oh man.
That's not very sure.
Well, if you want me to be sure, get me an ultrasound.
Well, at least she's honest about the ultrasound.
Pericardial sac and relieve the pressure, or his heart will stop.
With what? We don't even have an ATM gauge. Okay, hold this. Take the top off.
Is that hairspray?
Use the tube.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay.
Brilliant? Is that brilliant? I don't know what they're planning to do.
Is tube be long enough?
I'm going in subxiphoid knife.
They're creating a chest tube, but this is ridiculous. The heart sits within a sac called the pericardium. It's the covering of the heart. If the heart is damaged in some way or the pericardium is damaged and the blood vessels start leaking blood into the pericardial sac, imagine it starts putting massive pressure on the heart, and as it beats and it keeps secreting more blood, pumping more blood into the sac, the less room the heart has to function. And as a result, the person slowly starts dying. And if you put some kind of tubing into said pericardium, you could actually allow that pressure and the blood out, therefore allowing that person to potentially heal and stay alive.
Oh my God, it's a helicopter! Help! Help! Get the flare gun! The flare gun!
God, no! Oh my God, no, come back!
He couldn't figure out how to use the flare gun? Come on, man, you're a surgeon. Oh, they found them. Or they're dreaming about being found.
My sister. Where's Lexi? Where's my husband and Christina?
Lay back and relax.
I have to get.
All right.
I have to get to my sister.
All right,
and my
hold on,
husband.
hold on.
Hey, you can't go in there.
I don't know. That looks like reactive psychosis, where she had like a really traumatic event happen, and then as a result, maybe some hallucinations, auditory or visual, delusions. They actually call that brief psychotic disorder based on DSM-5 TR.
If they sedated them, would there be a benefit to sedating everybody once they're on the plane?
If they're putting them on a coma, yeah, but otherwise I don't understand the benefit of sedating everybody. Unless they were just wild and out of control. Sedating people that don't have capacity to protect their airway actually can be quite dangerous. Oh, that's a broken hand.
There was damage to the second metacarpal, but the first MCP joint was completely crushed.
Oh, his thumb's not gonna work.
So Boise did an X-fix. I revised it to an internal fixator.
Well, that's an ORIF, as we talked about earlier.
Your hand was badly damaged, and I think conservatively, I can get you back to 80% function.
That's very hard to know in the beginning stages of an injury. You need to see how progress is going in rehab in order to make any kind of reasonable estimate.
What's that line?
Hold her! Get to the straight!
Oh.
Somebody else! Right there!
I got it.
Oh my God, is everyone going through reactive psychosis? And why is she in a C-spine stabilizer? Wasn't she up and moving and running around, or do they just not know who's who?
Combination of extreme exhaustion, dehydration, and exposure seems to have put her in a state.
What do you mean?
We think it's reactive psychosis.
I mean, it could also be just full-on brain damage or a post-ictal state. Sometimes after a seizure, patients will behave very, very abnormally and not know that that's even happening to them. And these kinds of reactive psychosis, if you will, last for like 1 to 30 days based on the DSM-5 criteria.
What the hell did they do to this guy out there?
If he's got a pulse, why are we still shocking him?
God, where the hell's Shepard?
Avery, tell me what's going on.
Torres, where you been?
Pretty amazing recovery, right?
Yeah, his stats are good. He's been weaned off pressors.
Yeah, BP's 110/60.
You think it's a surge?
Might be.
I don't think it is.
What's the surge?
Oh, they're saying like terminal lucidity? That's a wild call to make and something you could easily rule out. Basically what they're saying is before like the last few hours to maybe days in some cases, some people have a resurgence of energy where their brain sparks this massive, specifically a gamma wave function where they seem more lucid than they've ever been. Patients get hope. So you have to do a lot of counseling and explain that in situations where end-of-life care is being given, that could be something to expect. However, in this case, he had a heart issue, they fixed it. Why would there be terminal lucidity?
But this is not that.
But in a little while, he'll do what all patients do. He'll have epiphanies. He'll tell you what really matters in life, ask for his family.
Man is telling dirty jokes. It's not a surge.
If you think it's that, please scan his heart and see what it is and fix it for God's sakes. He doesn't have a terminal condition. And if he does, you should be acting on it. And no one's doing chest compressions, chest compressions, chest compressions. How typical Grey's Anatomy. Click here to hear about a story of a woman that survived falling out of an airplane. Hard to believe, but worth watching. Click here to check that out. And as always, stay happy and healthy.